Hello, geometry cherubs. Here we go with the area project continuing. Today we're going to do area of triangles. The first thing to ask yourself is, how does a triangle compare to a comparable parallelogram? And if you think about that, you'll see in your head that it is half. So if bases and heights are the same, you can see that the triangle is half. If you rotated it around this point M, you'd see that it is half of a comparable parallelogram. And that's why the formula makes total sense. The area of any triangle is half the base length times the height's length. Remember, the height is the length of the altitude, and that base and height are always perpendicular to each other. So in this case, even though you can choose any side you want to be the base length, we won't choose 5 because we don't know the height in that direction. We won't choose 5.7 because we don't know the height in that direction. But we do know this base length is 4 plus 3, 7. And we know the height that corresponds to 7 is 4. And so we can use those numbers to plug in and get our area for this yellow triangle. Now, what about a right triangle? That's a special case. If you think about it, you see that because there's a right angle, 2 of the sides are already perpendicular to each other. So you could say this is the base with this height. You could say this is the base with this height. But you wouldn't choose this side right away because we don't know the height in that direction. First, let's calculate the area with the things we do know. So now we know that this triangle has the area of 13.5 square yards. So now that we know that, let's find the height in the other direction. If we were going to say use this as our base length, let's find that missing height length in the other direction. The first thing we do is we know we already calculated the area, and the area will not change just because we rotate a shape. And so we can draw in the height in the other direction, use the same formula. The area we already found equals half the base. We're going to use 7.5 as the base with the height h. And we know how to do inverse operations. Multiply both sides by 2, divide both sides by 7.5, get h alone. Now, we also know that from chapter 4, when we have an obtuse angle, to get the altitude in that direction, we will have to extend the opposite side. So our base, though, for this obtuse triangle is 2 feet. The height that corresponds is 3. So even though they told us how long this chunk is, it's irrelevant. The area of this triangle will be half base 2 times height 3. So now you're ready to complete the triangle area problems in your packet, and there's a corresponding Math Excel for school. And as always, if you need my help, you let me know.